Hey everyone, welcome back to the another video. In this video, I will be showing you what is Axios, how you can use Axios for fetching the HTTP requests, and the differences between fetch and the Axios. We'll build real examples, handle errors, and cancel requests, and even create a reusable Axios hooks. By the end of this video, you will know that exactly how you can use the fetch and when the Axios makes your life easier. So without further ado, let's get started into it. So guys, we are in the VS Code. Now let's create a empty React project. We are going to use React and the JavaScript. Now let's install the Axios library. So it is a very tiny library. So it will make your life easier while fetching the HTTP requests. So you don't have to much worry about the headers, the body and all these things. It will all taken care by the Axios. So npm I Axios. So guys, in this we have taken a simple example of fetch, how you can use the fetch for fetching this API. So we have created a state, okay, and we have created an use effect. So whenever this component renders, it will create call this use effect hook, and in this use effect we are having a fetch data function. It is an asynchronous function. What it will do, it will fetch this API with the get request, okay, and we are having this response, and in the fetch you have to convert it into the JSON, and after the JSON you can set this state over here. And what we have done here, we have just simply if we are having the data, then we are rendering this data, okay, the data. And if we don't have any data, then we are just simply saying this loading page. Now let's take it, now let's see it into the action. So let's go to the browser. So I am here in the browser, and when I refresh this page, you can see we are having loading for some time and we are showing the data. So this is all the data coming from that API. How you can check this? You can go to the network tab, and you can go to the users, and you can see all the response that we are having, what headers, what preview, the response, okay, all these things. So this is how you can fetch the API using the fetch. Now let's try to fetch the data using Axios. So in this Axios, what you have to do, you can just simply say Axios dot get, and you don't have to do anything, and you can just simply say response dot data. Okay, now let's go to the browser, and you can see we are having all the data similar. So you might be thinking that we just have to write one extra line and parsing it to the JSON, but this was the get request. If you are having the post request, you have to pass all the content type and also the header and the method. All these things you have to pass in the fetch, but in the Axios you don't have to do all these things by your own. Axios will take care all of that. And also while handling the errors, it is very huge difference between the fetch and the Axios. So in the Axios, how you can handle the errors, so let me give you an example for that. We can have the try catch block, okay, and in the try we are just setting the getting the response and the data, and in the error, the Axios provides us error.response, error.request, and error.message. So we can just console that log. So error.request, error.response, and error.message. All these things are provided by the. So now let's uh, I have made some simple change for this API so it won't be executed. So what we can do, we can have the errors over here. all these things. It is saying network error, okay, and it is displayed the error dot response as undefined and error dot request, all these things. Apart from these handling errors and fetching request, Axios provides you how you can cancel requests, and also you can give the timeouts. It is very great for you to use the timeouts and the cancel requests. Okay, so let's see an example for this one. So in this example, what we have done, we are having the abort controller and also the timeout in the Axios. So in this, we are going to talk about how you can use the timeout and the signal and the abort controller, which will abort your request. So first of all, let's talk about the abort controller. So what it is, it controls your Axios request. You can abort the request, okay, whenever you want. So in this example, what we have done whenever this component unmounts, okay, so this will return an controller dot abort. What it will do, if this component is on the screen, okay, then it will send a request to fetch this, and assume that the user changes this page, okay, then this Axios request will go, okay. So for that, what we have done, whenever this component unmounts, so it will cancel this request also. So this will save our requests and also makes our application faster and smoother. Apart from these, let's talk about what is timeout. So the timeout function, or the timeout, what it will do, it will reject this request if it exceeds the this time limit. So we have provided the 5-second time limit. If this request does not resolve by the 5 seconds, so it will reject it. So let's go to the browser and see. What you can see, we are having all the data. Now let's make this to 1 second, okay. So it is taking less than 1 second also. So let's give to it to a 10 millisecond. So when I am loading this, it is saying timeout request took too long. So what it has done, it has cancelled this request. So this is how you can save memory. Also, you can use the Axios in a better way and makes your application faster and smoother. You can use the timeouts for requests which are taking too long time. Okay, so does not look good on your application. So you can just reject them and you can just show any messages over here. All right, guys. So we have taken all the examples for fetching the request using the fetch and Axios, and also we have seen that how you can handle errors, also how you can handle the timeouts and abort the request in between. So by using the Axios, you can make your application more durable and similar, and you can increase the maintainability of your code into the code base. So I want to give a simple note. So if you are having this small code base, if you want to fetch less number of requests, so you can go with the fetch. And if you are having a huge code base, so if you are fetching APIs more, okay, so you can go with the Axios. So in the description, I have provided the blog link. You can go to the blog link and you can read all the blogs. There you are provided with all the code snippets and all these steps that you need. So in order to work with the Axios. And also I have provided the code link into the description below, so you can get and check it out. Okay. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.